Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, YouTubers and my most informed subscribers? This is KC Boxing Channel. My last video, I was a little fired up because I was very disgusted on how Deontay Wilder, as an American, was treated. And he was treated very bad. And I'm not talking about the Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua debacle. Oh yes, they played him. They played him very well. But while they were playing checkers, Al Heyman was playing chess. And you know what? He plays very well. But that fired me up. But first, you know what? I'm going to turn this volume up. Hope it's not too loud for you all. But sometimes that's what it takes, Okay, there we go. Now, David Hayes, as you see, and Bellew, that you see. I call him Bellew. But they both are from the UK. Of course, we know the accent. And like they say, David Hayes has sparred with Deontay Wilder more than one time. Now, statistic-wise, no matter where he fights, actually, everybody focus on the right hand. Okay? Yes, that right hand is a goddamn equalizer. And yes, he normally knocks out people with that equalizer. That's right. And they usually fall. Actually, 39 of them have. But this video today is about how accurate of a puncher Deontay Wilder is. Now, I mentioned a long time ago that Deontay Wilder was learning on the job. Sure, he had amateur background experience, but not very much. And when you have that little experience and you win a bronze medal in the Olympic game, I mean, that tells a lot. That tells what you call potential. Yes, potential. And when he fought in the Olympics, he wasn't even through growing. So, I also want to reiterate what David Hayes said. And I want to give a shout out to Fight Hype, because Fight Hype did an interview on David Hayes. And David Hayes stated that all the sparring sessions they had, Deontay Wilder was the most accurate straight shooter, other words, puncher, that he has known as a big man. And I kind of figure that because the very first Severn and Wilder fight, the fight where Deontay Wilder won his WBC championship belt from Severn, Severn. Why? Because the great Mark Berlin. He was a great amateur standout. I mean, no one can jab like he could. No one has a ring IQ like he had. But now we're in another generation. And I'm here to tell you, the boxing fans, that Deontay Wilder is a straight shooter. When he fought Stavern, yes, he did use that telephone pole jab. But everybody don't know that, yeah, he used the jab, but they didn't think about how accurate that jab was. I mean, he threw it, and he popped it out there with pop, just like Mark Berlin did. Mark Berlin taught his charge very well. Very well. Because Mark Berlin seen everything to be seen. And you know what? As I mentioned, and I reiterated, I'm very proud of Deontay Wilder. He has came a long ways with little recognition. And then you have someone across the pond only fought 14, 15 fights, and they think he's the second coming of Jesus. Well, it's not going to happen. You have two of his, but actually you have 3 or 4 of his own countrymen making sense of this fight. And I'm not talking about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Even though they are mentioning that, they also mention Anthony Joshua. So basically what I'm going to do is, if it's something different that has been said towards Fury or towards Joshua, I will let you know. But meanwhile, everything they're saying is going for both of them. Bellew said that Deontay Wilder spoke to him. Then he said, "Hey, what's up, bro?" He gave him a hug. You know, that's what polite and hospitality do. And Tony said, man, his whole arm wrapped around my body. And I do not want no parts of that. Now that's quote unquote. Next thing you had Billy Joe Saunders, who, of course, is one of Fury's cornermen. Or, let me put it this way, that's in his corner, did the ring walk with him, along with Ricky Hatton. And also, they understood how Deontay Wilder is a very, very high risk. That's why they gained 50-50. The lineal heavyweight champ versus the WBC heavyweight champion. Now, people can do what they want. But if a person like Deontay Wilder, who has 80, I repeat, who has not 80, but who has 39 knockouts and 40 fights, combined almost 80 fights, put it that way, he should be farther than he is today. We all know that. The UK knows that. But it costs money to hire a publicity. And sure, his team around him, he trusts. He trusts wholeheartedly. You don't get a publicity it doesn't matter to Deontay. If you loyal, he'll be loyal to you. Now, I don't know the man, but KQKC always told you that I would keep this shit real. And you know what? I'm talking to you real. Because they showed him a lot of respect. And what that goes to show me, that if an American heavyweight champ can have that much press, that much interest, have them hollering out Bomb Squad, means that they recognize him as the next undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So, getting back to David Hayes. Like David Hayes said, people don't think about that. People just look and analyze that right, equalize. But they don't think about how accurate he is when it's punching. And I kind of knew that in the first Severn fight. Why? Because he kept using that jab. And that jab count as points. And he just went throwing it out there, trying to find a distance, trying to find a measurement. You know, he was keeping them at bay, and it worked. So, with that, it was a must for me to explain to my subscribers and those who looked at my page, because it's a special day for me, and yesterday was a special day because this is the first time I ever went over 100 views in one video. Right now, man, I'm at 148 on one of them. I'm at 122 on one of them. And I'm over 100, and I forgot the last figure. But this is all 3 videos over 100 in 2 days. Oh, I have a long ways to go. So I would never dare to brag. And there's nothing to brag about. That's my job. My job is to make sure that my subscribers get the honest, truthfully boxing news as it stands right now in their current state. That's right. So, I do agree with Bob Arum from Top Rank. Yes, Anthony Joshua and Povetkin fight will be overshadowed by Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Yes, it will be overshadowed. Now, only way that it will get a big time press, but there's no doubt about that. The English people and the ILTV people, they will make sure that his name is in somewhere or in some social media set or outlet. But if he gets knocked down, and we ain't gonna even talk about if he get knocked out, but if he just get knocked down, I'm talking about Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua just get knocked down, then that whole fight with Deontay Wilder in April is not going to happen. And what I hear within the last 18 hours is Shelly Finkel said it doesn't matter about the Wimbledon fight in April because it will not happen. And you know why? Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn tried a plan, trying to see what his price will be. And it backfired on him. See, his whole deal was this the end game. We all know the story, and I'm not going to go over it again. I'm not, because we all read about it. If it's not my channel, it's someone else's channel. We read about it. And what Eddie Hearn was trying to do, he wasn't trying to set a date for a fight. He just wanted to announce that they were going to fight, but they had to set up a venue and a date and all that. Well, are you following me now? Now, so what he did was, he sent the contract over to Wilder or Team Wilder to have them take a look at it. And we all know it was a shitty contract and this and that. So, therefore, basically a one-sided contract. So basically what he was trying to do was get Deontay Wilder to sign and his manager and lock him in. So therefore, they had to make the choice of the venue. So, therefore, at the end of the day, like the young people always say, and some grown folks, at the end of the day, it backfired on him. Deontay Wilder did not lose his pen. Everyone looked at that contract, and that was a one-sided contract and a bullshit contract. Now, I'm giving praises all week long to Deontay Wilder and David Hayes and Tony Bellew. You know why? Because they know right from wrong. They know it's the right thing to do. So, as I mentioned, God bless everyone that steps in that ring, because you putting your life at jeopardy. Anything can happen. Dislocated shoulder, or you're bleeding internally by a hit or a body shot. That's right. Oh yes. And I'm also going to mention one more thing. We all heard about Shane Mosley and his ex-wife. His ex-wife took him basically to the cleaners. And what I mean by the cleaners, I'm talking about he took his ass to the cleaners. And what I mean by that, she took his championship belt. That's right. Now, I believe she's of an Asian descent. Matter of fact, I think she's in Guam or somewhere. I don't know. But, Shane is a good guy, a nice looking young man. He can have any woman he wants. But he wanted that woman, who turned out to be full of greed. But you know what? I have to hold Shane responsible also. You never, ever, at your status, even though you might be semi-retired, you do not let another woman take control of your finances. Never. And you never date a woman that makes way, 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 way less money than you do. Because once they see your bank account, ching ching, the love is gone, but the scam is on. So, with that, fellas, you gotta pick the right woman, or they would take you to the cleaners each and every day. Now, we all heard about the prenuptial agreement between two parties that's about to get married. But you have to protect yourself. Sometimes women ask, sometimes men ask. Sometimes women get upset, sometimes men get upset. Let them get upset. Men and women, let them get upset. Because you have to protect what you have. We don't know, is that an inheritance or you work for? It doesn't matter. It's yours. And what I will say is, if he don't want to sign it, then the marriage will be off. Because we're not getting married without this signature. And if you love her, like you say you do, then you should mind about a prenup. Because a man supposedly support the woman, which it doesn't work out that, these days no more. But I will say this. Sometimes you have to marry up. No offense to the young, beautiful sisters that's struggling. No offense to them. But we talking about women that has money or come from money. And where they can't take your money. That's right. So what I'm going to do, I've been married twice. So what I'm going to do is stay single. Yes, I would date here and there. I'm dating right now. But I will not present them or her to my kids. Even though my kids are grown. But I'm not going to bring no one around the family unless I know she's going to be there for a while. And I'm usually a pretty good judge of character. But men, boxers, especially boxers, Floyd Mayweather, prime example. He bought a mansion, beautiful house. I mean, beautiful. There's nothing in it though. Why? Because he called off, not her, but he did. He called off the wedding. After some, soul searching and thinking, he said, hey, wait a minute. This marriage ain't for me. Because I still like titty and ass. No matter who it might be. Floyd Mayweather owned what they call a gentleman's club. Another word for a strip club. And, you know what? He made the right decision. Yes, he did. Because if he went forth with it, they both would be miserable. They both would feel like they're tied down. Floyd will always be gone. Another country or another something such. So he did the right thing. So fellas, you do the right thing. You get away from people that not supportive, not here through thick or thin. So therefore, you are the person that asks your fiance, the one that claims her love for you through thick and thin. Let's see what they say when you ask them for a prenup. Basically, you keep what you came into the marriage with, and they keep what they came into the marriage with. Now, it doesn't mean it's set down where he can't buy you a gift and you can't buy him a gift. Please read up on it, my subscribers, because Shane Mosley, evidently, maybe he thought the laws were different. So, she wasn't going to do anything with Mosley bills, but sell them and try to get much money as he can. And if I was a pawn shop, I wouldn't sell them. Sure, I give her the asking price, because it's worth more than probably she's asking for, because she don't know the value. And you know what I do? I would keep them, put them up in a safe, and tell Shane and tell the police that the young lady has the cell phone, the money, everything, TV, everything locked up. She took him for a ride. But sometimes, on a happier note, we learn from our mistakes. And I'm telling you, we actually do. So, KQ, KC, had to come to you on a serious note today. Tony and David are upstanding UK citizens. He might get hated for it, or maybe not. Who knows? Well, what I do know is Deontay Wilder is no joke. So, but anyway, that's all I have right now that's breaking on the world and current state of boxing. Because there's always something going on in boxing. Yes, it is. So, without further ado, that's it. I'm KQ, KC Boxing Channel. If you like where this new decorative channel is going, man, hit the subscription button, because I need your subscription. And also, if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, you will get it. All you have to do is hit the icon button. That's it. That's all you have to do. So, with that, I just have to say, I'm going to see you on the next video, which will be real soon. I'm KQ, KC. Peace and love.